Hey, don't fall behind. Come on, keep up. I know you're tired. I'm tired too. But we have a ways to go before we can call it a night. You're not even carrying the heavy stuff. Now come on, you got this. Of course not. You know I wouldn't do that. In fact, I'd like to complain about how slow you are, but you've actually gotten much better since we started. Yeah, you have. You're building up some stamina, I think. Getting used to the walking. And I haven't seen you bandaging your blisters for days now. I guess your feet are adapting too. That's good. You definitely weren't used to travel, whoever you really are. At least not travel by foot. That's fine. You're doing great. Not too much further. Wait. Shush, I'm listening. Let's get off this road. Yep, right now. Over here. Look, there's a slight ridge. Let's get behind it. Come on, let's go. Hurry. Here, stay right here. Yeah. Down here. Stay low. Keep your head down. There you go. Shh. Don't speak. Just stay still for the moment. Okay. I think we're in the clear now. Let's give it a minute, though, just to be safe. Sorry for the urgency. You know we can't be too careful. I'm something of a wanted criminal in these parts, and you... Well, whatever your story is, I doubt you want to be found. Yeah, I figured. No, I told you. I don't care if you tell me. I don't need to know. Not until you're ready, at least. All you have to do is carry half the load. Beyond that, I don't care, as long as you don't put us in unnecessary danger. You okay? You want to take a minute? All right, up to you. We can get back on the road. It's not too much further to the border, actually. We'll probably be dodging a lot more traffic. In fact, maybe we should just avoid the main road from here on out. Sure you're okay with that? The terrain's a bit uneven. Okay. You got a bit of chip on your shoulder today. Anything you want to talk about? Didn't think so. Come on, then. Only so many daylight hours to be had. Here, let's stop here for the night. Looks like a fairly safe spot. Yep, right there is good. No, probably not. Because I don't think it's safe to start a fire tonight. Too many people coming and going on the main road. We'd be found out really quickly. It's fine, we can live without it. We've got water and food we can eat cold. We've got blankets. And if it gets chilly enough, we'll just huddle up for warmth. Absolutely. Close as possible. Thick as thieves. Which, you know, I am. I'm like a mini furnace sometimes. You'd be toasty warm with me. Your face. I can't tell if you're terrified or interested. Aw, don't be like that. I was teasing. But we'll be fine, I promise. Let's get some rest and start fresh in the morning. Here, I'll unpack some food. You shake out the blankets. So, I estimate we should be across the border by tomorrow dusk, give or take. Depends on how much ground we can cover off the road. I don't think there are any major obstacles in our path, but I guess we'll find out. Actually, not really. I came this way once before, but it was a slightly different path. But it's okay, we'll find the way together. Here, have some of this. You need to eat. Hand me one of those blankets. Thanks. Yeah, that's better. You okay? You look worn out. No, you're right. I'm sure I do too. I accept that. My appearance doesn't really factor into my daily life, you know? Well, thank you. That's nice of you to say, I guess. You're not bad to look at either. Especially in those nice threads. You can always tell quality. They hold up surprisingly well, even hiking halfway across the country. No, I know, but you're doing a great job taking care of what's yours, no matter how little there is of it. I think it really will get chilly tonight. Ah, I get it. That's not something I'm really comfortable talking about. Well, yeah, there's the trust thing. I know you know this, but I don't trust you just yet. Oh, I'm getting there, and I'm sure you're getting there with me too. But it's a process. Why do you think I have you shake out the blankets while I handle the food? Yep, I always handle the food. I don't care if it makes me paranoid, it is what it is. I've had a few too many bad experiences. But still, I try to see the good in everyone. I'm, let's say, cautiously optimistic. I know the bad that can happen, I try to prepare for it, but I also hope for the good. I go into most situations assuming that people don't actively mean me any harm. Most people are just trying to get by, a day at a time. The effort it takes to hurt someone else is usually not worth it when people have their own problems to deal with. Although, there are hurts that take less effort, like neglect. That takes no effort at all. Yeah, trust is a funny thing. I'm slow to give it because I know it's almost impossible to repair once it's broken. Have you ever tried to learn to trust something again once the trust was gone? Well, I haven't had any luck with it. But I still hope. With each person I meet, I have a little hope. Not just for myself, but for people as a whole. I see the workers in the fields sharing water and helping each other, and that makes me happy. I see how the shopkeepers listen to their customers and offer advice, and that's sweet. I like it. I like seeing people look after one another. Well, of course, since I'm an elf, I'm treated a bit differently, at least in the human villages. They inherently don't trust me. And you know, I get it to an extent. It's not like it's okay, but it's how they were raised to think of elves. Or maybe they had one bad experience and it influenced how they see all of us. Most of them probably think they're pretty open-minded, but when I go to a new town, well, I see them holding their purses tighter. They're starting from a place of mistrust. So I like to try to help them build some of that trust back. I try to be kind. I try not to judge too much. I mind my business and share the wealth I liberate from those less in need. Which, by the way, the wealthy are the ones I have the toughest time trusting. I think the reasons for that are obvious. But yeah, in general, I try to be fair and courteous and compassionate. I mean, someone has to be, right? But that's not to say I just take it if someone has an issue with me. I've had my share of fights with those who see my ears and immediately assume the worst. Not to worry, I hold my own. Or can't you tell, since I'm still alive to have this conversation? Would I... Interesting question. That's not so much an issue of trust, though. I may not entirely trust you, but I enjoy your company and you've been good to have around, so far. I know you've been through something that you don't want to talk about, and I don't intend to push you. Not unless I have to, but... yeah, if we were in trouble, of course I'd defend you. I defend anyone I choose to share the road with. That's part of the deal, at least to me. But I'm guessing you're not completely defenseless. You may not have a weapon, but I suspect you know how to use one. Just something in how you carry yourself. You've had training. What was it? Sword? Bow? Interesting. Thank you for telling me. If we're ever in trouble, maybe I'll feel comfortable enough to give you one of my weapons. Yeah, no, not yet. You don't touch the weapons yet. I still need to be sure about you. I'm glad you don't take it personally. Nothing wrong with healthy skepticism. You should be skeptical of me for as long as you can, too. I still might turn out to be a terrible person. It's possible. Wait. Do you hear that? Someone's walking in the woods. That way, getting closer. I just hear the one so far. No, wait. 2. At least. They're trying to be quiet, but I hear them. Not soldiers, more like... We have to go, right now. Wrap these up, come on. Shh. Move quickly, but quietly. Okay. All secured? Let's go, this way. Steady on, take your time. If you trip, we're caught. That's it, keep moving. Okay. I didn't want to have to use this, but I don't think we're going to lose these guys. They're tracking us better than I thought. Hang on. It's misdirection dust. I put it on the path we just traveled, and it changes the direction for the next person who comes. When they get to this point, they'll think we've gone another way. There. Come on, keep going. This way, through here. Yep. Just careful on the roots. A little further, and then I need to check something. Okay. I think that's good for the moment. We're not staying here. I just need to do something really quick. Hold still. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not even going to touch you. Look, do you see this amulet? I need to wave it near you, that's all. Okay? Okay. Let me... There it is. See that glow? Yep, there's a tracking spell on you. Pretty fresh one, too. Those are good questions, but before we get to that, I need to break this thing or we won't ever be able to shake these guys. The dust will only lead them astray for so long. Yep, hang on. I have something... I hate having to use this, but... Oh, nullifying stone. One use only, unfortunately. I was saving that for a rainy day. I guess this counts as a storm. Okay, tracker's off. And they shouldn't be able to cast it again for a while. Let's go. Come on, we'll talk while we move. It's not a complicated spell. All they need is some of your genetic material. Like hair. Hair's the most common one. Yep, they cast the spell and you end up getting tracked all the way here. Pretty convenient, that. You don't have anything to apologize for. I kind of figured something like this would happen. Eventually, anyway. Come on, over this rise. We should be able to find a safe spot down here. Oh, I just figured. We can talk about that in a bit. Keep going. Do you need a hand over that? Okay then, just a bit further. Just... come on. Let's get safe, and then we'll talk. Here, let's stop here. This should be good. Go ahead and rest. Here, have some water. We'll camp here tonight. We're not too far off the path, as it turns out. We'll still make it across the border tomorrow. Yep, I'm sure. I know you're in a big hurry. Get the blankets back out. I'll sort the food again. We still need to eat and get settled. I'll take the first watch. You look like you need the rest, but First, we should talk. Yeah. I know you want to keep to yourself, and I respect that. But now that we're traveling together, it's important that I know where potential threats might come from. And you bring a unique set of threats. Yeah. Like I said, I had my suspicions, but between the bounty hunters and the tracking spell, well, let's break it down. You told me about the coup at the palace. You ran directly into my trap, panicked, with nothing of value on you. You're desperate enough to travel with a bandit elf if it means getting across the border. I've done my best to leave it alone, but now I'm out of options. I can't pretend ignorance anymore. It's nice to meet you, Your Highness. Now, how about we figure out how to get us both across the border alive?